This is going to be your December reading for 2018. So I apologize for these coming out so late. I had this converter thing that converted the movies into a more streamable format where it uploaded much faster. And I guess it was a trial period thing where it runs out after a certain amount of time, so it's not working anymore. And I live in a tiny little isolated town out in the middle of nowhere in Colorado where we get really poor service here. Internet, cell phones, all of it. None of it works very well here. And so uploading these movies are taking like 5 hours each video. And so I'm going to try my best to get these out quick enough, but I can't guarantee it just for how long it takes to upload these. But anyway, I hope you guys are well. Happy holidays and happy winter solstice. For this month, I am not doing bonus readings because I am too slammed because of the holidays and my daughter and my family and all that stuff. So hopefully next month in January, I am going to have more time to do things like that. I have a bit of money coming to me in the next month or two where I'll be able to expand this channel more and add more things to it and hook it up to social media like Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. I'll be able to devote more time and energy to this channel. Thank you for sticking around if you're watching this. Okay, or if you're new, welcome. So, for this month, for your general spread, I am, as usual, using the spiral deck. As you can see, I've had this deck for forever. And for the clarifiers this month, I am using this really interesting deck that is not a tarot deck. It's the astrological oracle cards. And so these have the 10 planets and the 12 signs. And it's in the Art Nouveau style. They're really beautiful cards. And so I do not know who this reading is for, but it seems rather specific to me. So I'm getting the feeling that this is intended for a specific person or maybe a certain amount of you. But for whatever reasons, I got really clear messages with this one. So it may apply, it may not. Hopefully it will. It's a nice reading. So it would be nice if it did apply to a lot of you. So I'm going to show you your cards and then I'll get started. If I seem a little bit weird, it's because I didn't get enough sleep last night. I'm a little bit tired today, but I have a feeling I'll be able to pull this off okay. So, your central experience for December is the Two of Pentacles and Temperance. These two came out together. What is your challenge? Is the Chariot. Let's see if I can angle it. There we go. What is helping you is the Ace of Pentacles. At the core of your being, very nice. You have the 10 of Cups. In the recent past, you have the 6 of Wands. As your best possible outcome, you have the 8 of Cups. Coming up for you in the near future, you have the 9 of Pentacles. You right now are the 10 of Pentacles. In your surroundings, you have the Princess of Pentacles. Your hope is for the Knight of Cups. And your general outcomes, outcomes, and again, two cards that came out together. You have the 3 of Wands and Strength. This is a very nice reading, but it seems extremely specific to me. It makes me think that this is important for some of you to hear, or one of you to hear. So I pulled clarifiers for certain cards in here, but not for others, because some of the messages were so straightforward I didn't really need any explainer cards or extra information. So I have a feeling this reading is going to go quicker than the other ones, just because the message is so clear. But basically, this is telling me that you are juggling a whole lot right now. You may have a lot going on. You may be trying to efficiently time manage, or manage your time where you have space for all of these different elements that you are trying to balance and juggle. It doesn't look negative to me. This doesn't look like, even though there is a 2 in here, it doesn't look to me as if you are torn or you are stuck or you're having a hard time making a decision. With the 2 of Pentacles and Temperance together, if you look at them, there's the juggler with the 2 pentacles, and then the angel almost looks like she's juggling as well. She's blending, balancing, and her 2, does she have 2 jugs in here? Yep, she has 2 cups that she is blending. And so it just looks like you're making a concentrated effort on managing your time efficiently and well, where you have time for the things that you need to have time for, or that all of these different elements are getting equal amounts of time from you. You just may have a lot. You may be traveling, you may be visiting family, you may be juggling work with your home life, you may be juggling a whole lot of things right now. But it looks as though you are making a huge concentrated effort on staying positive and blending and staying calm through this process of just remaining calm and doing what you can to make space for all of these things. But like I said, it doesn't feel negative to me. This doesn't feel like you're in a bad place. It just feels like it's a lot that you are trying to make time for. So this, I got a very specific message for this, and even though it's not the most pleasant message, I do have to say it just in case, because I feel like this is intended for somebody watching. Your challenge this month is the Chariot and Mercury. And so I can explain this in a number of different ways, but the first message that I got that is quite important for somebody is that if you are planning on taking a big trip, or if you are planning on jumping in your car and going someplace, possibly to visit people, or to visit a special location that you want to go to, be very careful with your car. Be careful on the road. Be careful on the road. Pay attention while you're driving. If there's ice or snow, be very cautious while you are on the road. If you are planning some type of a long trip in your car, you definitely want to make sure that your car is fine-tuned or looked at before you go. I did get a warning in here that somebody's car may break down, or you may have some complications with travel in general. For instance, if it's not a car, if you're riding anything, riding an airplane, riding a train, especially I'm getting not as in airplane crashes, but just snafus, like delayed flights. There's not as much space as they thought, or just complications with travel. So if you are going to be traveling this month, make sure you are really looking at the details of your trip and make sure that everything is in line or set up for you to be able to go. This can also mean the challenge this month is possibly with communication. There may be some, you may be, one of your challenges could be simply just to focus. You may be juggling so many things right now because of all of these things that you are juggling or blending or trying to make space for. And there are positive things because Temperance is in here. She is an angel after all, and it is ruled by Sagittarius, which rules optimism. You are juggling a lot right now, or you're trying to balance a lot. And so it may be very hard for you to remain focused on what is it that you're trying to do. Do you have enough space in your life to be able to think straight with all of these things, or to focus enough on what is it that you are doing? You may have a lot going on right now, or a lot of people in and out, or a lot of visitors, or you may be on the road, or you may have to communicate with a whole lot of people, possibly. This is saying there may be problems with communications. There may be miscommunications. There may be things in the plan that are misunderstood by people, or misunderstood by you on what someone else told you. So keep in mind, this isn't stopping you, and this isn't destined to wreck your life in December. This is just a challenge. And so my advice for you with your challenge is, if you have verbal agreements with people, especially on plans that you have with them, make sure that they repeat to you what you said, so you make sure that they heard you properly. And the same thing the other way around. If someone tells you something, repeat what they told you back to them to make sure that that's really what they said. It is easy for you to have miscommunications this month, and that could possibly screw up some plans that were very well thought out and laid out to begin with. But because there are so many things changing or going on that you are trying to make space for, you may be easily confused. And so that is your challenge. What is helping you? Is Pisces with the Ace of Pentacles. I remember in the Pisces reading, there was an emphasis on you and their reading. So I don't know if there are some pairs of people that are Pisces Virgo people, as in romantic relationships or even friendships, or even alliances this month. You may be working with a Pisces, or a Pisces may be working with you. But that aside, this is saying that what is helping you is that you have some kind of fun thing that you would like to manifest or do or create that looks very artistic or creative in one way or another, that involves your imagination and your dreams. I am getting that this reading is for those of you that are pretty solid with your finances, or with your abundance in general in your life. And so you're not necessarily hurting for money. If you happen to be a Virgo watching this and you are hurting for money, this may not be your reading, but keep on watching just in case there are other messages for you in here. But I am getting something specific, that this is for Virgos who are not hurting for money right now, and you actually may have coming up for you in the next couple of months some extra space in your life to cultivate something really fun. And this could be anything. This could be taking dancing classes. This could be learning how to make origami. This could be anything that would bring you joy, or that you've been wanting to cultivate or go more into. Any creative talents that you have that need to be expressed, or even simply some space, a special room in your home that you devote to creativity, or making space and simplifying. Oh, I just got something about minimalizing, removing excess junk from your home so that you have literally more space in your home to get creative, where you're not distracted by clutter. Just cleaning up either your home or your business to make space for newer, more creative, fun things to be able to come in. And for some of you, you may find out that there is a baby about to be born, whether you find out you are pregnant, or your partner's pregnant, or somebody that is dear to you finds out that they are having a child, which would make you have daydreams about what you want to do with this child, the creative things that you want to do with them. Something. This could be a new business, a new home, a new living situation, a new physical reality for yourself that involves more Piscean things in it, like dreams and inspiration and imagination and just more creative, lovely things. So this is what is helping you. At your roots, you have the Ten of Cups with the Sun. How good can you get? It looks as though you're feeling really happy. You're feeling really happy and blessed. If for some reason in the past you have struggled with depression or sadness or just a feeling of lack of energy, you certainly have it now. And again, I'm getting you're going to be receiving some really good news about something that you've been wanting for a long time. I'm getting something in here for someone. You're going to find out that you're going to become a grandparent. Or you find out something lovely like your child announces that they're going to get married. Or just something like that. A rite of passage or a big thing that is going to be announced that is just going to make you jump for joy. It just seems like you feel like everything you have been wishing for is finally happening. For somebody watching, if you do find out that you're going to be a grandparent, you've been wanting to be a grandparent for a long time. If you do find out that you are expecting a child, it may be that you wanted a child for a really long time. If it doesn't have to do, it could very well have to do with a child because the Sun is in here. And I also got the Ace of Pentacles, and there's some other things in here as well. If it doesn't have to do with a child, this just says at your core, you're feeling really blessed, lucky. You're counting your blessings. You are thankful for the things that you do have in your life that bring you joy. And there may have even been some kind of creative thing that you've been pouring a lot of your energy into that is finally bringing you a really amazing outcome or an amazing culmination of everything you have poured your energy into. Just seems like you're really happy. So, in the recent past, you have been successful. You have had victory. You have won something. Something worked out. You had some kind of breakthrough or something work out, or your accomplishments came to a very good culmination or ending. I feel as though a lot of you have put a great deal of your creative energy and heart into something, a great deal of work and time into something. And it has most definitely paid off in the recent past. Whatever you have wanted, that you have done a lot of effort towards, you have been victorious. You feel like a winner, or you have felt like a winner. Or you see positive change happening where things are getting a lot more successful and making you feel proud of yourself for your accomplishments. If you've been wanting a person, then you won the person that you wanted. If you wanted a particular position at work, you got it. If you wanted a promotion, you got it. If you, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So this may be a big reason on why you're feeling so blessed right now. So this is your best possible outcome, is the Eight of Cups. The tree buzzing? Something's buzzing. Okay. Switch that. Pardon me, I'm just getting stuff. Alright. This is going to take 2 hands, so let me back up. Sorry. My style is very informal. As you can tell, I'm on the floor in my living room, so you'll just have to humor me. Okay. Let me see if I can angle it where you can see it. Okay. You can see it better that way. Alright. So you have the Eight of Cups sandwiched in between Leo and Capricorn. And this is exactly how they came out, the clarifiers, with, you know, those moments where you're on autopilot and you go to the ATM and you punch in everything and you walk out with money and you think, wait a minute, I don't even remember going in. It's kind of like that. I put these two clarifiers down exactly like this without, just on autopilot. And after, when I looked at it, it makes complete sense to me on why it came out like this. And so, if you notice, the woman in the Eight of Cups has 7 cups stacked behind her. And the way that her arm is with her body language, it looks like she's looking back at the cups behind her or wanting to hang on to the cups behind her. But there's also one cup in front of her that she longs for, that she wants to go towards. Sorry about that, you guys. My dog. He always barks at non-existent people at the door that aren't there. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that behind you, where Capricorn is, you have a long history of being practical, goal-oriented, possibly doing pretty well for yourself, money-wise, or just feeling accomplished, being very stable, I'm going to say the word materialistic, but I don't mean it in a negative way. You have had a materialistic or a goal-oriented or a very solid, dependable past. This could be you've lived in the same location for a very long time. You've had the same job for a very long time. You've been doing the same sort of basic things in order to have practical upkeep of your life for a long time. And you have become very accomplished with the things that you are familiar with and with what you know. But it seems to me as though in the future, you long to go more in a creative direction. This may be going more from a solid existing way of making money into a newer, more creative way of making money that is more taking a gamble or a risk. This could also be something like you have always been the stable person to hold everything together or to work extremely hard in the past. And now you're longing for a break, whether it's for a change, a new location, a new job, or a new way of being in your life that isn't so much about solidity and security anymore, or physical security anymore. You want to go more towards creative pursuits, things like romance, children, creativity, expressing yourself, going more in a creative realm. It could also be saying for somebody, or maybe a few of you, that you have had a long-standing pattern with either a long-term solid relationship or a way that you have been living, and you want more fun in your life, or you want a new romance that makes you feel more alive and youthful than what you are used to. That's one scenario. I'm not saying that that's true for all of you. But basically what I'm trying to say here is that the old tried and true methods are just not really cutting it for you anymore. You've done everything you could possibly do with that. But it is hard for you to take this leap into a new unknown future that involves more things to do with creativity, romance, children, just trying something completely new. that possibly is not with the main intention of being solid or having material security anymore as much. Now it's less about routines, and it's more about taking risks and having fun in the future. But this is a hard shift or a hard change to make. It does take a leap of faith and trust in this new process that you want to be on. And your best possible outcome is to just, this is just to feel it out. You are not required to take a leap straight into something just yet, but it definitely seems to me as if your best possible outcome is you're thinking about it. You're thinking about how you could adjust things or go towards some new unexpected things that would bring more joy and creativity into your life, where your focus more in the future will be about love and connection and creativity more than it is about remaining steady all the time or locked in a particular routine. Not that what you have from the past was just all about routine and security. I mean, you cared a great deal about those things, which is why it's hard for her to let that go. And once you're used to living in a particular sort of way, or you have had the same existing structure going on for decades, maybe, or a decade, it is hard to let that go. That's everything that you are familiar with. And to just take a leap of faith into an unknown creative future. It does take an extraordinary amount of bravery and faith in order to do that. And it also is saying this isn't about not valuing where you have been or what you have been a part of for so long. Those things are extremely valuable, which is why you still lean towards it or you look back at it. It's not like it was just years of drudgery. Those goals and those things you manifested for yourself meant a great deal to you. But it feels as though you do want to come more from your heart or express your heart more in your life, where it's less about goals and money or solidity. Hopefully this is making sense. So it could be possibly that somebody is thinking about leaving a Capricorn type of individual for a Leo type of individual. That's one possibility in here. It may be that you have been with someone who is very solid, dependable, reliable, solid, and who cares a great deal about you. Perhaps you've been with this person for a long time, and you're realizing that you are done with the whole routine thing, or you just feel a stirring of a longing for change, or a longing even just for a renewal, not necessarily that you get rid of your past or your past experiences for a completely new experience. It could be thinking about how you could adjust things where the old is renewed in a different form or in a new way than before. Interesting. So that's your best possible outcome. In the future, you have the Nine of Pentacles with Taurus. And these two cards remind me of each other. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, at the bottom of the Nine of Pentacles, there's a little snail on the ground in front of her feet. And pentacles in general are the slowest element. Earth is the slowest element out of all the elements. It's also the most fruitful element, because when you spend patient time pouring your love and energy into something, even though it takes time for things to grow and manifest, it has more of a likelihood of creating something that is solid, long-lasting, and completely fruitful, that is a result of all of that patience and work and love. And Taurus is very similar in that way. Taurus rules patience. Taurus is the bull that slowly plods along towards its goals and takes its time with making sure that every step of the way is done to its in its best ability, where all the details are looked at, or every moment is cherished. Every moment is looked at as another step forward towards things. When you take your time manifesting, your results end up being much better that way. And so in the future, I see some kind of a harvest. You're going to be feeling accomplished. You're going to be feeling extremely happy about how your effort and patience has paid off, concerning especially things like abundance, money, prosperity, having what you need and more, creating a beautiful environment for yourself, possibly creating a beautiful home, a beautiful environment, a beautiful place for others to go to as well. This is my main message I'm getting from both of these together is patience, and your patience pays off. And you have a very good harvest where you're able to feel comfortable, where you have what you need and you see progress happening. You see results from your actions. You see abundance happening, where you have everything that you need. And you've done a great deal of this on your own, or you have manifested a sanctuary for yourself. And this can be an internal sanctuary as well. I mean, I'm most definitely getting a connection to things like prosperity, money, abundance, creativity. This is another form of creativity right here. It takes a creative mind to design a garden, and it takes a creative mind to create beautiful clothing, beautiful designs, beautiful art, beautiful music. You may have some kind of breakthrough with a masterpiece that you have been working on for a very long time, and it's finally done, and you are enjoying it, whatever that masterpiece may be. But it just seems like you've created a great deal of beauty for yourself in the near future, where your patience pays off and you feel accomplished. You feel beautiful. So you right now are enjoying family and community. You may be having family come to visit you, or you may be visiting family. There may be some kind of a family gathering to celebrate something, whether it's the holidays, or the birth of a child, or a wedding, or even a funeral. You know, it's a reason for people to gather together and enjoy each other's company and share their good times with each other, share their lives with each other. I feel as though you feel extremely connected to people at this time. You feel very blessed and lucky that you have all of this abundance and good fortune and connection around you. Or this is what you long for if you feel as though you don't have this. This is what you want and what you long for, what you're focusing on now. Is connections with other people and with the environment and animals and all of those things. That things that are shared with others actually creates more than if you just had it on your own. In your surroundings, this is one of the things in here that is leading me to believe either someone is unexpectedly going to be finding out you're having a child, or a blessed child is coming into the family, or with a close dear friend that feels like a sister or a brother to you. Someone, either you or someone extremely close to you, may be finding out the great news that they are having a child. I'm getting, especially for those of you or people around you that have been trying to have a child for quite some time. This could even be adoption, you guys. But if that is the case for some of you, or even one of you, congratulations. This child is an extreme blessing. Something about this child is magical too. Looks like they may grow up to become famous, or they may have extraordinary gifts, or they're extremely talented, or just something about them. They feel extremely benevolent souls that want to share abundance with people around them, that are givers, giving souls. Something about this is magical or unexpected, or may even be considered a miracle. Something. If this doesn't have to do with a child being conceived, this may be a child that you get to spend time with that you have been missing. This could be, for someone, you may have been trying for months to get more time with your own child, either through a custody arrangement, where now you have more custody of your child or more time with your child than you did before, and you're fully enjoying this. Or this could be you have a grandchild or grandchildren you only get to see a couple of times a year or once a year, and you get to finally have them be around you right now. This could simply be just enjoying a childlike spirit around you, feeling alive again, feeling joyful, feeling flexible and childlike again. Instead of, I see a real lightening up in your surroundings where things are extremely jovial and kind and full of humor and play and joy, just lots of good things in your surroundings. If you've been wanting to go more into a creative realm, I'm especially looking at your best possible outcome of wanting to go towards creativity more. And then what is helping you creating new stability through creativity and imagination and vision. Even this, you have a lot of this theme in this reading. At your core, you have the sun, which, the sun is the god of creativity. He rules all the arts in astrology, including prophecy and seers as well. But yeah, a real central focus on extreme creativity and joy and playfulness in your life at this time, where this is what you are focusing on. This is what's helping you. It's your best possible outcome, and it's at your core. And it's in your surroundings too. It's all over the place. So if you go in a new direction that has more to do with experimentation, because this is perhaps something you have never really done before, or something that you have never quite done like this before, it looks like you would have a massive amount of luck with this. If you're getting started with a new business, or a new goal, or a new talent, or a new something that you want to learn, it looks excellent. It looks like you will have instant good fortune with this, and a lot of abundance from your surroundings towards this too. It may be that you have loved ones around you that have been wanting to see you go in this direction for so long that when they see you doing it, they want to do anything in their power to encourage you and further you along with this new way, new expression. So, looks amazing. That's in your surroundings. Your hope is for romance, or more romance, imagination, joy, creativity coming from your heart, adventure, love, romance, relationships, all the things in life that make us be glad to be alive, make us glad to be alive. Your hope is that someone will ask you out, or ask you to marry them, or ask you to do something with them, to get to know someone better that you have feelings for. If you are in an existing relationship, you're hoping for more newfound, renewed romance in the relationship, or adventures that you can go on together. But really, the Knight of Cups, as your hope just says, you want more magic in your life, or you're hoping that magic will come into your life more. So, your general outcome is that you will remain positive and strong, and that you have new adventures on the horizon that are on their way. There's something that has already begun, and now it's expanding as your general outcome. All of your creative passions that perhaps you have had to subdue in the past, possibly, or certain aspects of your nature that have been subdued, possibly for a long time. It seems as though they cannot be suppressed anymore, and you must be creative. You must express yourself. You must have adventures. You must have a new life, a new way of living, a new way of feeling, a new way of doing things that's extremely expansive and lucky, and is bringing you new opportunities that are about to arrive any day now if they haven't already. You may be expecting visitors. Interesting. And you have 2 Leo cards as your outcome. So in your best possible outcome, you have Leo. And your general outcome, you have Strength, which is a Leo card. And you also have the Sun at your root, which is the ruler of Leo. So I'm getting a big emphasis on your heart. And also, you may have a prominent Leo in your life that you really, really love. You really love this person, and you wish you could see them more, or you are seeing them more, or you want the best for them, or they want the best for you. It just seems like you have a lot of support, not just in the form of loved ones, family, and people that love you, but also from cosmic forces, too, of just childlike joy, the angels, however you want to call it. Adventure. Wow. Well, hopefully that made sense. This was probably the shortest reading out of all of them because the messages were so clear and direct. There really isn't much else I can read into these. So I wish you all the best. I love you very much, and happy holidays, and I shall see you soon. Bye.